My name is Mackenzie Shaw. I'm 21 years old and a senior at Keene State College. I lost my mother to cancer when I was 16. She actually had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and survived, and then passed away 16 years later to thymic cancer. The most difficult part of the whole thing was I was only 16 years old. Most young girls my age need their mother at that time, and I really didn't have much of a connection with my father either, so my mother was really the only one in my life at the time. So it was kind of like when I lost her, I felt like I lost everything, and my world kind of just went downhill. And the most difficult part, really, on top of that, was watching her battle that battle, having cancer, and then at the end, just saying goodbye, really was hard. I've dealt with losing my mother in many different ways. Unlike most people who go to like a therapy for like grieving, I didn't want to do that because I didn't want the sympathy or someone to talk to me, because I really didn't want to talk to anyone at the time other than my family. I dealt with it by talking to every single family member I had, keeping myself busy. I had really good supportive friends. It impacted me in a really strong way because I'm so strong. I look at the world as when something happens, it's little, it's minor, and to never give up. Because when I lost my mom, I felt a sense of sadness and loneliness, and like I said, I had my family there for me, but I actually, down the line, now that I'm in college, want to pursue a nursing career and help kids who have parents that go through cancer, and I want to help children who have cancer. Like, cancer is just a huge part of my life now. I've always wanted to get a tattoo for my mom. It's taken me 5 years to decide to do, and actually 2 weeks ago I got it. It's on my foot. It says it's giving more when you feel like giving up, and that's something that she would always tell me, and it reminds me of her fight against cancer, where she would always give more, no matter how much of the situation really wanted her to give up, how much the cancer fought her body. I see lots of signs that my mom's still with me. Some of them are just like a ray of sunshine in the clouds that just beams out, because she would always tell me, like, the sun's shining, it's a good day. Her birthday was February 22nd, and I do look at the clock on 2222. Just like little things like that just pop out. It's also like she like parents me from heaven, as weird as that sounds to a lot of people. I know when I do something good, she like rewards me, and like if I do something bad, she punishes me, like just as any other parent would do to their child. Um, Another sign that she really gives me is she gives me signs through other people. So if I need something like a hand or someone to talk to, and I don't really reach out for it. I'm not someone who reaches out for it, but it's like she'll send them to me, and like they'll know that I need someone to talk to, and it's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool, and it's something that only I feel like someone who lost a parent can really understand, or someone who lost someone. If there's anything else I want to add, it's that if you lost a parent to cancer, you go through a lot. You fight that battle with them, and you do lose a part of you when you lose someone to cancer, and it kind of like takes a lot from you, but you also gain a lot of different viewpoints on the world and the people around you, and how you really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and you got to be grateful every day, and that's really all I'd have to say, is just be grateful for what you have, who you have.
My name is Carly Gravelisi. I'm 22 years old. I'm a senior at Keene State College. I lost my grandfather to cancer in third grade. My grandpa had colon cancer. The most difficult part about losing my grandpa was seeing my dad so upset. I've never seen my dad ever cry before prior to this, so it was really tough for me at the time. I've dealt with this just by spending a lot of time with my grandmother, and she told me a lot of stories about him, and actually one of my family members wrote a book about him, so I got to learn a lot about when he was in the Navy and stuff that I didn't know when he was still alive. I never really had any signs, but I do always remember when I see Moxie soda. He loved it, and also he loved saltines and cheese, so whenever I went to his house, he was always snacking on that, so I always think about that when I'm eating those. I've done some cancer walks in his honor, just to remember him, and I hope to do more in the future. His death impacted me because it was the first person that I was close to that I ever lost, so it was the first time I understood the concept of death and someone passing, and I think it just made me stronger as a person.
I am Kelsey Prawl, and I'm a senior at Keene State. I lost my best friend's mom to cancer. Liv's mom passed away from breast cancer. Passed away a year and a half ago, so I was 20. And it was hard just seeing my best friend losing her mom like that. So I helped Liv with the death of her mom by just talking to her whenever she needed someone. And she dealt with it by obviously talking to other people, but she also joined the organization of Love Your Melon at Keene State, which she's now the president of. So I think that really helps her and makes her feel like she's making a difference, which I think she is.